Welcome in. You have made it to Toledo's most watched digital weather show, Off the Radar.
Oh, we already got some applause.
That was like a one-person applause.
Oh, let's try that again. Woo! Yay!
I'm meteorologist Ryan Weekman. This, as we very well know, is meteorologist Kaylee Bowers, and we've got most of our team with us once again for today. Mark, we appreciate the applause.
I love it. This is great.
The enthusiasm attempt was well appreciatied.
That energy, it just lifted everyone up.
And it wasn't in the golf clap.
Now, do your signature intro for us here. Tiffany, Tim, not with the same level of enthusiasm, but it's still good to see both of you.
Well, good morning.
Sorry, I was just
say, yeah, it is morning. Oh my goodness. Well, hello.
Depending on when you're watching.
That's right. We got some that watch after the fact, right? But if you're watching live, we tape these every single Wednesday morning. This is just after 10:15. If this is your first time tuning in, we've got a treat today. We're starting off, of course, the way we have in every single show. It's
not our top 2, not our top 4, our top 3.
There you go, top 3, because 3's easier to remember. That's psychology.
I just figured, like the T and the T, top 3. Anyways.
You can do it.
Uno, dos, tres.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
We also have a special guest waiting, so we want to kind of work our way through this top 3 and get to that. Was that
Ryan,
a good,
did you,
was that a good tease?
It wasn't.
Ooh, I'm excited. I bet they're excited as well, too.
What's
Did you say yet what our maybe official name is for us?
Oh, do you want to announce it?
I think we should, don't you?
Because explain to him, Tim, what happened in the last episode here?
We kind of were speculating what we would call ourselves, the behind the scenes folks, if you will.
That's right, because behind the scenes folks doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we were thinking what our name would be, and I think we came up with the consensus what our name is. So, do we want to say it? Tiffany and Mark, do we want to say it on 3?
Oh, I like this. It'll work really
Okay,
well.
I hope I say the right thing here.
1, 2, 3. Radar Rangers.
Okay. I thought it was going to be brats, but Ranger sounds
You
more
didn't say the
appropriate.
wrong
The level of enthusiasm was so amazing right there.
Well, I was going to yell brats.
Going.
Okay, so I was geared up to say the Go-Go Radar Rangers. So I just didn't want to
that
be
would've been
wrong.
even better.
Yeah, so I was like, let me just sneak my way into this, because I don't know if we're doing Go-Go's.
We don't have the special effects budget for everything that goes into that.
Yeah.
Yet.
Didn't they do in that show like a 4-box when they were all like, it's morphin' time? And
Yeah.
they did,
Yeah, for sure.
We're there.
But we also can't afford the Megazords or anything like that.
Right.
that they
We've got
have.
lightning, right?
That's true.
Oh, we do have
had
lightning. Well, we'd have to load the effect.
I don't have it at the ready, but yeah.
Nick, do we have the thunder sound, maybe?
Thunder.
Close.
Nick's like the.
No, but he's like, we still. He goes, no, we do not. But I figure he still has the rim job.
We need that. You remember that guy, like the Rangers? There's trouble.
Oh, that's Zordon.
Well, yeah, and we can make you that, Ryan. I'll just put.
Attention, attention.
Getting out of this.
Radar Rangers. This could all work.
And
If
we're
you're
off
wondering
the radar.
how Off the Radar is formed, these are how the ideas come to
All right,
be.
bring us back.
All right, Radar
Hey,
Rangers. Let's
do we
bring
get
it
a
back.
badge that says Radar
We should
Ranger?
come up with a badge, shouldn't we?
Ooh, I like that
Or a nice
idea.
logo. Yeah.
We'll work
All
on
in
that.
favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. There, the motion passed. All right. We'll have to come up with something.
We'll come up with something. Maybe
moving
next week or the following something.
Perfect. Well, our Radar Rangers scope out the entire country here to find the best videos for us as well.
All right, where do you think we're going first today, Ryan?
Mark, say it.
Japan.
There you go.
We are traveling down towards Mexico.
Oh.
Check this out.
Ooh, this is cool. These are the monarch butterflies.
The migration.
This is crazy how they go like literally from Canada all the way down to Mexico. And this takes several generations for it to happen, doesn't it?
I believe so, yeah. So, I mean, the ones that we're seeing right now eventually will make its way up to our area, but it'll be a different generation. And it's just so cool. They did a really cool special on this on 60 Minutes.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper was there, right? He did it, I believe.
And there was a teacher, there were 1 or 2 teachers from Perrysburg. We did a story here on WTOL a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now. They took a trip down here. This is a protected national refuge down there in Mexico where you go inside of, and I've heard it's amazing. This is where they
You can also go up to Canada to Point Pele.
Yeah.
I think it is. The certain time of the year they have the monarchs too.
Do they?
Yes.
So if you're thinking about it, we mentioned planting butterfly bushes or things because they need nourishment along the way, something that a lot of their habitat's being taken away. So
Ooh.
My mom has milkweed in her yard.
Perfect.
And that's
Just
what they feed off over.
Okay. So
My
not so
mom-
weather related, but it is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
So
Okay.
pretty.
I will give you a hint. These kind of aren't super weather related, just a touch for this week.
That's okay.
All right, number 2.
Okay, number 2. We should have like a dramatic number 2. Okay, what do we got? Where are we
We are
going?
heading.
Wow. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
We are going
Japan?
over
Do it, do it.
towards
Oh, this
Oh.
is Australia?
Australia.
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 So they were talking about Easter over the weekend because we had the Easter holiday. So they're celebrating the holiday and
Yeah, look
enjoying
at that. Look
some
at that
little
Easter
treats.
egg fish.
Well,
That would not been on our little guesting.
This is the way. So our family tradition is we get roasted chicken.
Okay.
For Easter. This was me at the table eating it right here.
Bones and all.
Oh yeah, just go for it.
lovely. I mean, look at this little. What is this? Do you know what animal this is?
That's a pakakoo.
Bless you.
Yeah.
that it?
Are you okay, Ryan?
What?
I think I totally made that up. Did I
We
make
did have
that
to
up?
step out
was like
last week.
Pikachu.
so-
I was about to say, we're
No, I
going
did got it in there. I got an 8-year-old at home, so I think that's the thing. Did you know what is it?
I don't know.
That would have been a good trivia.
That would have been a good trivia one.
It was cute. It had
That's a
pretty
wombat
flowers.
right there.
I don't know the Australian animals
I
very
think.
well.
There's
I know the
probably some-
capybara, but
Oh, well, maybe it's a
Oh,
capybara.
no,
I don't
that
think
was
so.
not a
Capybara's
capybara.
got a more rounded
Oh,
nose.
excuse me, what'd you say?
Capybara.
Oh, capybara. Oh,
Ooh, fancy.
when I'm drinking my coffee. Hey, show us your coffee mug over there.
Oh
Tiffany.
yeah.
Oh.
Let's look at this. Is this the same one you've had, or this one's different, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's a little different. I had to update for this season. It's nice and bright and yellow, and it says sunny days.
See, that works.
Yeah.
I like that.
She needs that much coffee to get through this show.
Yeah.
Well, and she had 3 before we even started, so
I
yeah.
had 2 and a matcha. I am ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
God.
I would be like shaking. I would have so much caffeine
Ironically,
in me.
she's
No caffeine.
she's the only one of us sitting.
Right.
What do we got? All right, number 3.
Number 3, we're just going to be a world traveler this week.
I like this.
We are
Okay.
traveling back across the ocean
Okay, we're getting our frequent flyer miles
to
again. Oh.
Arizona.
Whoa,
I
this
thought
looks
we
a
were going
lot
with snow.
different. This is not Australia, which is ending. I guess it's in fall there.
I believe so,
Where
yeah.
we're looking at Australia.
Just
Who's
look at
this
all
guy?
snow- Just a sweet little border collie.
This is Bob.
Bob,
is
the
Bob.
one dog.
Bob
Yeah,
the
that's,
border
that's
collie.
probably Bob, right? It says Bob the
Go,
one dog.
go.
So what's he doing? He's just running in a circle. So he
just-
runs. Okay, so I see. He's running towards the camera. He runs in the door, runs through the house really quick, and then comes back.
It's like magic.
Wow, he's really fast. Look at this.
Look at him go.
I think what I can safely say for all of us, we don't need any more of that, right?
No more snow.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
We're past
Find
that.
some dogs on the beach, Kaylee.
I'll work on that for you, Mark.
Let's find some surfing dogs.
Ooh.
Oh,
I bet
there
they'll
is
have
such a
those
thing.
soon.
I've seen that.
That'd be cool, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Well, you think about the beach. You think about what we might do on the beach, where we're going to be hanging out. That's a little deep tease for what we're going to be talking about later on in the show. Coming up next on Off the Radar, we haven't had a lot of guests on this show, have we?
No,
really
we haven't. I'm really excited for this special guest. We have a lot in common, I feel like.
You do have a lot in common. All right, so coming up next, we're going to get everybody in position, bring up our guests, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with some games coming up with us after this. So stick with us on Off the Radar. We'll be right back. And just like that, she appears.
We're back.
Our
It's magic.
special guest. I'm seeing double when it comes to Kaylee's this morning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of course.
Maybe you should stand in the middle.
Do you think
Kaylee,
so?
Ryan,
Would that
Kaylee?
be like a thorn between two roses?
Maybe. But he's also
Okay.
taller.
That is
like
true.
aesthetically, it would match this.
Okay, stand in the
Like a
middle
little
then,
pyramid?
Ryan, I guess.
No, I like to be the center of attention.
You are our special guest.
Of course, this is
Off the
Kaylee
Radar.
Kirby, WTOL 11 morning anchor, but more importantly, when it comes to WTOL 11 Plus, the host of a brand new show.
Yeah, our book club called Well Read, Well Said.
And we thought this was the perfect time to bring you on because today is this is National Book Month, correct? National Book
I
Day.
believe so.
Yeah,
So
National Book
National
Day.
Book Day, World Book Day.
World Book Day.
So explain
anyone.
this to us. Well read, well said.
Well Read, Well Said is our new stream show, basically a book club. So we're going to read one book every month. And we are going to switch genres every month as well. So we've got a whole list of genres. We've got sci-fi, we've got romance, we have memoirs, we've got dystopian stuff as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do 2 shows a month. First one, we will announce what book we're reading, and
Okay.
then the second episode.
Oh, look at your little comfy couch. This
Yeah,
looks
we've got
great.
it's so cozy.
Why didn't you bring
we
the couch with
we
you?
want
Right?
people to know that it's going to be fun. It's going to be kind of off the cuff. We're going to share our real thoughts about these books. And yeah, it's just a little more chill than what you would see at 6 in the morning.
We know all about chill here on
Yeah.
Off the Radar as well. So we're
Yeah.
so glad to have you along. And of course, just like I saw the first episode of Well Read, Well Said, you of course discussed some books, talked about what your preferences are, but you guys had some fun as well on there too.
Yeah, we have some games. I gave the rest of our hosts some kind of hot take questions on if they do certain book-related things. So it was pretty fun.
Okay, well, we have fun and games here as well on Off the Radar, of course, every single week. So we wanted you to hang around if you
Okay.
got some time.
I do.
Okay, and Kaylee, you compiled an interesting game here, and we wanted to make this kind of book themed.
Yeah, so this is definitely book themed for the rest of this episode of Off the Radar, but instead of actual book covers, we put a little weather twist to it.
Okay.
So we all know the use of AI is growing by the day, right?
Yeah.
And this is not only going to include you, Kaylee, but we're going to bring our whole team together as well. So Tiffany, Mark, and Tim, you guys don't have an idea about the answers to these. So we told AI, take a book, for example,
Oh,
any book
gosh.
you could think of, right? And reimagine the cover of this book weather themed.
Okay.
Can you guess
Are these
what the book is?
mainstream
Yes.
books? Okay, that
Very
we're
much
going to
so.
know.
For the most part.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope so.
All right, guys. I think so. I think a lot of you guys will be able to get them. So number 1, this is the first
Okay, this
one.
one's fairly easy to kind of start you off as well.
Okay.
So what
Yeah,
do we
this
have?
one's good.
We've got obviously a rainbow, we've got rain, we've got boots, and then we've got this guy. I think we all know him.
Yeah, this is Cat in the Hat.
Guys, see, that was easy, right?
Well, that was easy, Ryan. I thought this was
No,
going to
no,
be
no,
like
no,
the
no, no, no,
emoji
no.
thing.
Now,
Oh, it gets progressively harder.
it'll get a little bit harder.
little
Now,
bit.
Kaylee, what you might not know, I know you do watch our show, but we did trivia many weeks ago.
Did we actually do trivia?
Well, there were questions that were asked.
Okay.
And Mr. It's So Easy Mark over there and the rest of the Radar Rangers might have struggled a little bit. So we thought
in trivia.
we would start off a little easy for you, Mark.
You want me to kick a ball to you?
No, no,
We're
no.
done with the roast. You can't do that anymore.
It might hit the monitors over there.
He's not done. He is
Still a little
not done.
hostile here in Off the Radar.
Okay. There's a little.
Haven't recovered
Yeah,
yet.
we're
Okay.
family here, all right? All right, so what's our next cover, Kaylee?
Number 2, this one. How about this?
Mark, tell me how easy it is.
That's a caterpillar,
Yeah. And what's it doing?
the hungry caterpillar.
The hungry.
How
The
hungry?
hungry caterpillar.
Yeah.
That one was easy too,
That
right?
was pretty good.
I think the children's
Come on,
ones are a little
Kaylee.
bit easier.
Yeah, you
So
gotta give us
AI
a harder
decided
one.
apparently it was
Homework in
raining
there.
on the caterpillar. It was
It's just
raining
so
on it.
Oh, so it's not
Cute.
normally rain.
No, these are all reimagined.
Yeah.
Okay.
These aren't the actual book covers.
You'll
I
see, I
felt like
think we're
that
gonna
one
get it-
looks the same.
It kind of does.
It kind of does, right?
Okay.
Let's see. Okay,
Is that
number.
Eric Carl?
I don't know.
Eric Carl. I believe.
Eric
Eric
Carle.
Carle?
Eric
Okay.
Carl. Yeah, I thought it was Very Hungry Caterpillar. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe that's a sequel.
I was going to say hungry
I
little
think it's the very hungry caterpillar.
very hungry.
Well, listen,
or
I
you're
wasn't going to
just
call her out
hungry,
for it, but I'm
Tim.
appreciate somebody else did. All right.
You knew this entire time?
Actually,
pretty
it's
much.
the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah, I think it's
Got it.
Oops.
he's not just kind of hungry.
He's
Although that
very
would be a good
hungry.
spin-off. Good spin-off.
The full
We can
caterpillar.
just put Ryan's face right here.
I get to become a beautiful butterfly. Let's do it.
Those monarchs down in Mexico.
That's right. All right, give us our next one.
Number 3 is
Okay, these are going to get a little harder.
Oh.
So this is no longer. Can we? Well, I don't want to give a hint. Anybody have any
any
ideas?
guesses?
Tiffany, any thoughts?
Bird.
And Tim, you can also take max 2 if you want to.
Oh,
as well,
okay.
too.
Look
Bird.
at that. There you go. Ooh, ah.
Lightning. Cloud.
This one's more tough. Oh,
What?
What?
Say it. Just say it.
Do it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Is it To Kill a
I
Mockingbird?
was going to say that.
Let's see. Is it To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Mark, did you have that one?
I was thinking Hunger Games or something.
Oh, Hunger Games would
That
be
would've
my
been a good one.
second. I was with Tiffany, though, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
that-
Kill a
that's better.
Mockingbird was lightning, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
lava,
again, we
the
just
method.
asked it to include
Weather.
weather into it.
And
Is that a mockingbird? It looks like a bluebird.
jay. It
To kill a blue jay.
Yeah, I know it's a blue jay, but it has a
AI's new, all right? Don't ask me, ask the
AI 's
computer,
not
okay?
exact.
Go,
See, I
go
got-
have a
AI's only
conversation with
kind of.
AI.
It is a mockingbird pretending to be a blue jay.
Oh, okay.
It's mocking you.
Oh,
There you go. How many more? We got more?
I believe we have about 3 more.
Oh,
We're
wow,
halfway there.
okay.
We got
Let's-
some good ones.
let's do another one,
All right,
okay.
so our 4th one is
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that one's an easy one.
That one's an easy one for sure. It's The Wizard of Oz.
No.
yeah, you see the little red slippers.
Yeah, the ruby red slippers that are under the water right now.
No, the
You got
hat-
the,
the hat
you got the
gives it
fire from
away.
Oz. This is wicked. This is wicked.
No.
Yeah, it's new. Is
Yeah,
that
Catching Fire.
Is that
No.
Christina Chenoweth? Is that okay? What's
I'm
their
going to go
name?
with young Harry Potter right here.
Okay, what do we got?
It's Harry Potter.
Is that like young Sheldon?
I don't know, but they missed the lightning strike scar. I don't see that one there.
That's true, but it's
So-
like in a
Glasses.
hurricane or like sort of thing. So that's
Yeah.
kind of cool too.
That's where Voldemort's coming
Which
in.
book is it?
The
I was going to say,
Dementors.
not
Yeah, I
to
was
be a
gonna say, which
stickler, but
one?
Harry Potter is not a title of one of the books.
Yeah.
Harry
what is-
Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Or Philosopher's Stone if you're in the UK.
Okay.
Oh goodness me! This is in the this is
Man.
Harry Potter and the Weatherstone. For this one,
The
okay.
Chamber
get
of Secrets, Thunder.
There we go. Okay, what's our next one here?
That's the 8th book coming out soon.
Oh boy.
hopefully.
Yeah, don't worry. They'll make some more money.
All right,
Oh,
what do you think?
Oh, I think I
That's
know this
relaxing.
one.
All right. And Tiffany, any thoughts? Tim, any thoughts? Others seem to think they know. Let's see.
Not sure. Let's,
This one's a challenge.
Yeah.
oh, it's that classic
Make
book
it-
guy at the railing
Kaylee,
looking
make
at
it
the
big
rain.
screen here.
Make it
Make
big
it big.
screen.
Do you have the?
Oh,
do you have
yep.
it over there?
Thought I
There you
did.
go.
There we
Tim, now
go.
you can-
Sorry.
Make it big screen.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's so much better.
Now you can see it, right?
This one's a good one.
You think you know what this
I
is?
think I do know
All
it.
right, Kaylee, as our guest, what
Go
do you think
ahead.
it is?
Great Gatsby.
Let's see. AI. Oh, I'm so dramatic.
Come on. Claire.
Not Great Gatsby.
The Marshall
Based on,
Gatsby.
based on what's been happening so far today, I was waiting for it just to be the Gatsby or something.
You know, that one would be, it would have been a lot better if the lightning bolt was like, I don't know, green, maybe? Because
Oh,
it would be like the light at the end of the
Green.
dark.
It's been a long time since I've read this
Or
book.
yeah, or this over here was green.
Yeah,
The
like-
mansion in the back was green.
Yeah.
I believe
makes
it's the very hungry Gatsby.
The very angry Gatsby.
We can put Tim's face right here. All right, what's our next one?
This is our last one. This may be a little tricky. It may be a little easy.
Goodness.
Oh God.
I actually think you've told me I think the answer to this one, and I don't
Yes.
remember.
Oh, jeez.
It's very mysterious.
Come on. We told you it was going to get harder.
The Fog. Is that a book?
I don't know.
The
this
Fog?
one.
All right.
I feel
Kaylee,
like you guys are like tricking me.
what do you think then? What's like an initial thought?
Storm Cloud.
No.
I promise it's
Oh,
not a
I
trick.
remember what this one is now. Go ahead and say it, Kaylee.
I don't know
Which
what it
Kaylee?
is.
Don't have
Yeah, with
I know.
Kaylee.
I don't know.
What is it?
Oh, it's not a song. Never mind.
No, it's not a song. It's a book.
It's not a book.
I
not a
have
book.
no.
I was thinking
wait,
it-
give me a clue.
I was thinking it's like Raining
it's
Men,
been
but
made
that's
as a
a song.
movie recently.
There's a couple movies.
There's a couple movies.
There's a couple books.
What? What color are you seeing?
Yeah, what color would you say
Yeah.
that this is that you're seeing mostly?
Gray.
Uh-huh.
But not all the same type of gray.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh boy.
Nice, okay.
Instant
That's
classic.
a great one. That's a great
So
one.
there you go. It's your weather theme, 50 Shades. There's probably 50 Shades of Gray
Yes.
in there, right?
You
That's
know
very
what?
literal.
I love it.
There you go.
I'm kind of
This
glad that
should
none
be
of
the
us got
cover.
that.
Right? what book is that? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I
They
heard
will
it's a
most
movie.
likely be covering it on Well Read. Well Said.
If it's reimagined, I think a lot of people might pick that one up.
Listen, okay, so earlier in the show, we had talked about how we're going to have a segment that involves the beach, right? Mm-hmm. So here's kind of the conclusion of that. Our next and last segment, Kaylee, I want you to hang around for this one, is if you were stranded on a desert island, it's a classic one of those, and you could only bring one book with you, what book are you going to choose? We ask our entire Off the Radar panel and our Radar Rangers. We're going to have the answers for you. Share your answers when we come back right here. Stay with us. Kaylee, you did a great job.
Ooh, thanks.
Good. All right, a little shorter break there because we wanted to get to this. We're looking forward to this, right? This is fun. I've been asked this question about all sorts of things, like if you could bring one music item, if you could bring one food, if you could only eat one food on a desert island, right? But Kaylee, with you here, well-read, well-said host here on WTOL 11 Plus, we wanted to know what book would we select if we were going to be stranded on a desert island?
Definitely some very interesting answers. Yeah, we're definitely moving
Don't worry,
around.
we start over here. Don't worry.
All right,
I'm
Ryan,
already covering mine up.
Let's kick it off with you.
All right, so as the scientist, right, I was like, okay, I like a lot of history books, a lot of that sort of thing too. I'm like, what would I? Right, I'm like, well, once you read it once, you kind of know it, right? So I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then I thought, wait, if I'm going to be stranded on a desert island, I need to know how to live. So I picked a survival guide. 101 Ways Not to Die on a Desert Island.
Oh my. He took it
Hey,
literally.
Mark, can you zoom in to the title of this book, please?
Oh,
what
Just
is
for
this?
Ryan.
Well, technically, it's the Complete Idiot's Guide to Surviving Anything.
Oh, they didn't have the surviving on a desert island for dummies.
Yeah, Desert Island Living for Dummies.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Okay.
Okay, listen, it's my survival guide, okay? Oh, so stupid, and now everybody wants to do it, okay? So that's mine, all right? You can go live for 3 days on your desert island. I'm gonna live for longer, all right?
Okay.
So that's my book cover that I've got.
Mine is completely different.
Really, that's shocking.
Why is that shocking, Ryan?
Because mine's weird. Yours might be a real answer.
I think mine might be a little weirder than you.
Oh boy.
So I love a good holiday book.
Oh boy.
Man, I just can't catch a break today.
I
I'm
guess you
grappling
can
with
use it to
Hocus
start a fire.
Pocus.
Yeah.
Hocus
that's a good
Pocus is a
movie.
book?
It's a book
Right.
and there's a sequel.
What's it called?
Hocus
I love
Pocus is an all-new sequel.
Oh, that's literally, oh, I see it.
It's different than the
Wow.
second movie, though.
You don't think you'd get tired of reading that book?
No.
You love that?
I read it every single year.
Really?
Every single year.
I thought it
yeah.
would have been like Abracadabra would be the sequel.
That'd be cute.
Focus Abracadabra.
I thought it was just called Hocus Pocus 2.
The
That's the
movie
movie.
is.
Oh, okay.
So the first
right.
part of the book is
Bette
the actual
Midler didn't
Hocus
write
Pocus
this one.
story. No.
Got it.
Okay. So it would feel on your desert island,
It's always fall,
it's
y'all.
always fall. You'd be wondering where the leaves and the pumpkin spice lattes are.
Why are my leaves not changing yet?
You know what? It really tracks with Kaylee, though, because she loves all of the holidays.
It's true.
She decorates for every single
Yep.
birthday and small event that's going
Small
on.
and large, right? Even the small
Exactly.
events become large events with Kaylee's
Exactly.
recommendations.
It
All right.
tracks. books.
Up next, Kaylee, our
It's me.
guest co-host here on Off the Radar, the host of Well Read, Well Said. No pressure, but your book better be the best.
Mine is, because
Okay.
it's a Kindle.
It's coming.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I would bring a Kindle because it's here. Let me.
Oh, she's
Pause.
got her Kindle.
Oh, we have a demonstration.
There it is.
Oh, we have a thing. Okay. Oh, there
I
we
brought
go.
it.
Have you ever used a Kindle, Ryan?
So
I have
here's,
never used
here's
a
the
Kindle. I
Kindle.
mean, I get it.
It's about the size of a book.
How many books do you have on there right now?
I could look.
Do it.
Roughly.
I think I have about 20 books on here
Oh,
right
wow.
now.
Can't you only read one at a time?
1, 2, 3.
I have
Oh,
questions.
she's scrolling.
Okay, go Tim.
Yeah.
What's your question?
This is Desert Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to charge the
So
Kindle?
how are you going to charge the Kindle when
Solar power.
It lasts for
question.
it lasts for a while. You put it on airplane mode and it
Okay.
lasts for longer.
I mean, you're probably on a
and
desert
What do you think is going to
island
last
forever.
longer, that book or the
I've got about 25 books on here, okay?
You're hoping for a really quick rescue.
Yeah, it's quick. And I don't like to, everyone here at the station knows that I don't usually reread books unless it's like an
really good.
amazing book for
Yeah.
me. So if I have the Kindle, I have multiple books on there. And I was,
If you plug into the Palm Tree Wi-Fi, you could download it more.
no. I just have them
Maybe
already
you can get to the
downloaded.
battery. You can get to the battery to start a fire.
There you go. That's
you
the
go.
external. You guys didn't say that this was the only thing I could have. You said if I was stranded with a book.
We said with a book, and then your one other item you'd be allowed would probably be a solar charger so that you could keep this going.
the Kindle will become kindling?
Yeah.
That's about it's going to be a pillow for you.
So I'd have the Kindle.
I like that.
It is a good answer. We definitely need to figure out a power source because, yeah,
You brought
I'll
the
work
most.
it
no USB plugs out there.
I'll work it out.
Okay, all right, Tim. A very good point about the power source. What are you going for here?
I went with I forget the actual name of the title. It's similar to yours though.
Oh,
The SAS Survival Guide for all climates, all places.
Ultimate
so who
guide.
knows with climate change?
Well, right. I
the
thought
desert
my
island
desert
might become a
island
blizzard
might
island.
not always be
True.
a desert island. It could change to a tundra island or
Very true.
That's good
It's
planning.
a practical book.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I'm going to, Tim, I'm going to steal your answer. That's why mine says surviving anything.
Right.
See, now I'm
You
ready.
never know. It might not
Also-
always be a desert island.
What is your little picture? I just noticed. Is it a life raft?
It's a
over
Life raft. See,
in
it's a little
space?
dinghy getting thrown out. That's the one that I missed, and that's how I got stuck on the desert island.
I'm sure.
Ryan, I'm
I'm
surprised
sure
you
missed
didn't-
it on
I'm
accident.
surprised you didn't change the rules and make it a desert island.
That's how I learned in elementary school how to spell desert versus
Yes.
dessert.
Yeah.
Because
You want more
dessert
S's.
has 2 S's, so you want to go back for
Yeah.
seconds.
Oh, good one.
That's really good. I like that.
Still use it
I
to
didn't
this
come up
day.
with it, but
I
yeah.
learned something today.
All right, there you go. Mark, what are you going for here?
Okay, I already know how.
These are kind of the same.
I know how
Okay.
to survive. I know how to do all the stuff you're looking at there.
Oh, sure. Uh-huh.
I already know. I'm trained. I'm certified.
But you don't know how to eat palm trees.
But my weakness is plants. I got to know what's
What you
edible
can
and what's
can't.
not.
You've watched a lot of episodes of Alone, the TV show
Alone.
Alone.
Great
yeah.
show.
Years of scouting,
Survivor.
Survivor.
So you've got this. You're going to be sitting there on that desert island saying, "Hey, when's the host show up?" Is that what you're saying?
you just go back to your idiot guide. Or if that's too much for you, go to your Cliff Notes, okay?
Hey,
You
Mark.
can have the Kindle and just take
yeah,
your
yeah.
mind away from it
Yeah.
all.
Apparently, I need to.
But
Mark,
knowing what
have
to
you
eat, that's a
ever-
good thing, because you're not
Have you
going to
ever
always
watched?
find.
Have you ever watched Naked and Afraid, Mark?
What'd you say?
Have you ever
Naked
watched
and
Naked and Afraid?
Okay, I have seen that.
Okay.
Eh.
Not his thing.
Mark would just be afraid.
I'd be very afraid.
Okay, real quick, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, real quick. I want to make sure we get yours. What do you got?
Yeah.
Oh, you did a real answer.
I did an actual real book.
Only one like you did the
I want to be lost in a story. I want to just escape from reality, obviously. Yeah.
Kaylee, as our host, Well Read, Well Said, is this a good book? What's this about? Give me like a 2-second synopsis here. What's
Of this book?
about? Yeah.
So basically, this man is he's a lawyer turned cop, and he's trying to figure out who killed his brother. But also, there's a man that escaped prison that it becomes connected to his brother's death, but there's other people that have died as well. So this guy like teams up with his prosecutor friend, and they basically just try to figure out the backstory and what happened to his brother. It's a crime novel, and it's the very first crime novel I've ever read. It got me into them, and it's so good that I've read it
I
multiple
think you need to have
times.
Tiffany on as a guest on Well Read,
Is it
Well
your
Said.
favorite book,
We'll
Tiffany?
do our survival guide.
It probably is my favorite book, just because I've read it so many times and I can still read it. So.
So there's your answer.
That's
We got some
awesome.
practical answers. We got some fun
Wow.
answers. We got all sorts of stuff.
It's an interesting
So-
trend. All the guys did practical, and all the girls.
Well,
I noticed.
if it's a short, if it's like a 1-2 day rescue,
But you don't know.
well, they win then because they'll be
Totally.
entertained.
We're like, why did I bring this? I don't even need it.
Yeah.
Kaylee's gonna be hoisted up by the helicopter and go, thank goodness I'm at 1% battery. All right, well, it was great having you
thanks,
on here.
Kaylee.
Fantastic.
I
We
had fun.
love watching Well Read, Well Said. When's new episodes come out?
Next one comes out Tuesday, the 29th.
All right, so we love that here on WTOL 11 Plus. We always appreciate it when you watch here on Off the Radar, and now you've got even more shows that you can indulge and enjoy. So for our entire team, Tiffany, Mark, Tim.
Is that your sign off?
Is that gonna be your sign off?
He's got a start and a finish now.
You know,
For our Radar
Kaylee's
Rangers,
book is excellent. I'm on chapter 7.
Kaylee, thank you so much for being here.
Ryan,
We'll see you next time on Off the Radar. Take care.
go read a book.